This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you. He was gone the moment they put the lid on that box right there. He's burned.
There are really people who saw that and they were like, yeah, he's still alive.
He's still alive. They barbecued his ass. There's Ollie ashes all over that grill over there. There's no more Ollie, all right? Y'all get over it. Yeah. But they don't want it.
They don't want to accept it.
See, that's what's wrong with theories. When people when people actually have a theory where it poses a possibility,
sure,
it's like, cool, let's have some fun. But when y'all look at something, it says, hey, look at that. They showed you he's dead. Mm-mm.
No, it's denial.
He's dead. Mm-mm. No, I don't think so. And get into our next segment here. And before we do that, got to tell you that this next segment has been sponsored by Babbel. And you know, I've been this is good for me because I've been traveling to a lot of places, man, where people don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Sure.
People say, when you here, we don't know what the hell you're talking about. What's different? Well, the difference is when I'm over there, it's because of a language barrier. You know, people can't understand what I'm talking about because they're speaking a completely different language, and that is why I was excited to get this promo for Babbel because I get to try it out. Me and I are starting to talk a little bit Turkish more around here.
Oh, right on.
So, you know, I've just taken a step and I've been proactive, and I got on Babbel, man. And Turkish, as you can see right there, is one of the 14 languages that they have. They have about 14 languages here. Spanish, French, German, Italian, Russian, Portuguese, Dutch, Swedish, Polish, Norwegian, Indonesian, and Danish. They have 15-minute lessons that make it the perfect way to learn a new language, especially if you're on the go. You know, they have other language apps out there, and they use AI for that, but they had language experts come in and create these lessons here.
That's excellent, because everybody's on the go now.
No, I got it on my device right here. I'll show it to you in a little bit. They have speech recognition technology that's there to help you. See, here's the thing with it, man. You know, you can go and learn these words, but they'll show you how to do the pronunciation right.
Well, that's what I need. I'll be in Italy next week.
Yeah.
And I could use that.
Well, I got my courses already going, and I paid for this, y'all. I'm not lying. They sent me a code, but it wasn't working with the program that I was. So I just went ahead and bought it. But I have it right here where they have, you know, different lessons. Merhaba. That's Turkish for merhaba. That's Turkish for hello. Turkish for hello.
Okay.
And I'm doing the lessons right now. I'm doing lessons. You can take different lessons for different times or lengths of the day. 5 minutes. Okay. You don't have that much time. Do a 5-minute lesson here and there. 15-minute lesson before you go to bed. Hey, if you're really hardcore and you need to learn a lesson, sit down for an hour. Take a lesson right there. And Martin, you about to go on over to, you going to Italy? When you heading to Italy?
Leaving Saturday afternoon. It should be arriving on Sunday morning.
You leaving this Saturday?
Yes.
For Italy? You didn't tell me you're going to Italy?
I did.
Well, I guess I wasn't listening, man. I need you to go over to Babbel.com.
Okay.
And Martin, use the promo code TOASTED.
Oh, you know I will.
TOASTED. And why? Because with that code right there, you get 3 months free.
Oh.
Yeah, you pay for a lesson. Let's just say you pay for 3 months.
Yeah.
You get 3 months for free. It's like having 6 months for free.
Okay.
Babbel.com, use the promo code TOASTED, TOASTED, and get yourself 3 months free of lessons to speak another language. In addition to the 3 months that you're going to order, that's like having you get 6 months, and that's like getting 3 of them for free.
Sure, that's sweet.
I want to thank Babbel.com for sponsoring this segment right here, and also I want to thank Babbel.com for providing me with the lessons so I can speak to my wife, the Turkish language of love. And I want to thank you out there for your support.
And now you'll know when she's gossiping about you to her friends.
Yeah. I want you to come back sounding like Super Mario.
Yeah, I was going to say, they should have cast you instead of Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Let me get in here and talk about these squids and these games and everything that's going on. You know, I got to get in here and talk about this because everyone right now, they still are going crazy over. And let me pull the trailer out right here. Still number one on Netflix. People still going crazy over it. People still talking about it. People still putting twists and theories out there about this because it's so popular. Even Netflix. I don't think Netflix knew how big it was.
Sure.
I
mean, who could have known it would be that big in America?
I mean, when it was at number one, I still don't think they knew. I think they thought, what's Squid Game?
Yeah, how's that Korean thing doing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say number one?
Shit, we just been invaded by Koreans up in here. As long as they putting us at number one, great. And people saying it is great. Because this has been the number one movie on, or number one show or series on Netflix for the past 4 weeks. Such a big hit that even, because people are asking Netflix, they're saying, Netflix, how did you know? What made you pick this? And they're just like, I don't fucking know. Shit, see, we ain't too different. Koreans start running like Negroes at the club and they shoot. Shit. They shoot up in this bitch. Head for the exit, too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hell yeah. You know, I want to talk about this before this backlash happens because everybody loves this series so much. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I was on the plane coming home from Europe, and I thought by the time I landed, people would be like, man, Squid Game. Nah, man, people are still loving this. But I said, let me get in here and talk about this before that backlash happens. You know, everybody been talking about it. Everybody had their say but me.
Fine.
Everybody had their review. I ain't had a chance to say nothing yet.
Fine. Get yours out there, too, amongst the noise.
I think that's why the backlash hasn't happened yet, because everybody says, well, wait, let's just hear what Corey says. And you know what? And the backlash is going to happen. I'm telling you. It's right around the corner because this right here is ridiculous. It's a stupid ass premise, but that's where writing comes in, you know, because I'm going to tell y'all, it's dumb as, but I loved it.
Of course you did.
I love this. Yeah.
It's right up your alley. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, he should be watching this.
Yeah. I'm not saying I love this because that's the cool thing to say right now, because Squid Game is the latest hotness and everybody, you know, wants to be on board and look cool too. You know, they want to talk about it, say, look, they're part of the cool kids. Nah, man. I've always loved deadly games type movies. Mm-hmm. You know, where you take people to a secluded hidden space and just have them be as shitty to each other as possible. Because I haven't seen this in years, but I love Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Like Battle Royale is a movie where they took children out, took them to an island and told them, all right, y'all kill each other. And if you don't, we'll blow your head up. Put bombs in the back of 15-year-olds.
Sure.
Put bombs in their necks and said, if y'all don't kill each other, we'll blow your heads off. One of the most frightening movies I've ever seen. To this day, one of the scariest movies that I've seen. It is a deadly game movie. It's Cube.
Yep.
Punish.
There's a way in here, so there's got to be a way out.
That movie, they do a great job setting up how horrifying it is if you die in that cube. And that movie scared the shit out of me. Now, I don't know if you can, how realistic it is to put people in a cube somewhere and, or several of them in some facility and melt their faces and everything. But it's still humans being cruel to humans.
Yeah.
Shit, even The Hunger Games, I think, is a horror movie.
They just want a good show. That's all they want.
There's 24 of us, Cal. Only one comes out.
The Hunger Games is a sci-fi futuristic horror movie, man. This is a movie where the government takes people, they turn them into dogs, and then send them out to eat other kids in the middle of games that people watch for fun. You kidding me? That's completely.
And it's the killing of the kids is a game that gets high ratings.
Yep.
Everybody in the nation is glued to the set.
So Squid Game is right up my alley, man. I love this. And just to do a quick review, because let me tell you what's going to happen here. I'm going to give just my quick review of it, since everybody's already had reviews out there. It's 91% on Rotten Tomatoes and 90%. So I'm not probably going to tell you anything that you haven't heard people say already. Or maybe I will, but I'm going to make it quick. And then we'll get into some spoiler theory territory. Because there's a lot of, since I love it so much, I went and looked up a bunch of theories. And Marn, you know how I love theories.
You do love theories.
I love theories.
The crazier the better.
I know, you damn right. Except the stupid here. They look. I love theories, but goddamn, you can't be desperate with them. They gotta make sense at least.
Yeah.
You just can't have what you want and
Right.
That's why they make it up theories, because people just want what they want. Mm-hmm. I love Squid Game because it had like I said, man, any story can be stupid if you don't have the right ingredients to make it good. That's why I made such a point of saying this is dumb, and if in the wrong hands, it would be completely mishandled.
It's preposterous what they're throwing out there.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that you could do this to people and no word would get out and nobody would be missed.
All these people missing.
Yeah.
As I said, them pretty much doing it out in the open, picking up people and dumping them. But
it's all about what you do with it.
That's completely
So
it.
it's always
Yeah.
with any kind of sci-fi movie or high concept. It's like, okay, present me with your concept. All right, I will buy into the initial line. You're right here, but everything else has to make sense.
I think you could take anything. If you got a good writer, you got a good imagination behind it, good creativity, and the right elements, then you got something. You got something gold. With Squid Game, that's exactly what they have. They have this is a story that keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you're more on the edge of your seat as it goes along. Mm-hmm. Shit, near the end of this, I just fell off. I was so on edge, sit on the floor trying to watch this shit. Yeah, man. But what I really love about this is just how well thought out it is. So, as I said, this is if you don't know the story yet, and I don't know where you've been, but this is another one of those Deadly Game movies where they take people, they put them in an area where no one knows where they are, a hidden secret island, and they have these people kill each other one by one, battle royale style, until the last person is left. Last person that's left gets a shitload of money. Now, the twist here is that all these people are desperate. All these people owe money of some sort to the government, to gangsters, to family members. They have something that they want to get, like a family member back. And this made me think about, is human cruelty scary, or is human desperation even scarier? Because, and this is nothing that I'm ruining here, a lot of these people, they have a chance to leave.
Yeah.
They are out of they kept their promise. They said, if you take a vote, and if everybody, we're going to do this democratically, if you take a vote and people want to leave, you go home, no strings attached. And they do. Those who make it, but then they get out in that real world and they're like, shit, man, I need this money. I love so much about this movie. I think because I'm looking at this, and the production design is amazing for this film. I'm looking at all of the colors in the set design that they use. The colors are unusually bright for something this dark.
Oh, absolutely. That's part of it, to make it look so bright and happy.
Yeah.
Even the way everything is decorated. Little kid games.
From just from a set design standpoint, I thought those were amazing, man. I don't know how much this cost to get done. I know that the creator tried to do this for 10 years. Shit, he couldn't even. There was one time he had to sell a laptop so he could actually continue to finish this or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this dude, talk about being poor. Shit, he was about to. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe there's a Squid Game. Maybe he was about to sign up for it. But the whole thing that is so darkly imaginative, man. The set design, this giant doll that has a demonic spinning head that turns around and has sensors that can tell when you've moved at a certain point you're not supposed to, and can get you killed. I mean, there's so many dark things going on here, man, that actually are so creatively thought out. I just became engrossed in it, man. But I love it, in addition to talking about the set decoration, just the production overall in this thing is incredible. I'm thinking about how sound design is so nerve-wracking in this. The beginning of the series starts out with them playing a game of red light, green light. It's a children's game, I guess they play over in Korea.
Oh, we used to play that.
Do we do? I thought we had another name for it. It was kind of the same thing. Is the red light, green light the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up playing it.
I'm more of a musical chairs guy, so I haven't played this in so long. Shit, don't get me no hide and seek or dodgeball, man.
Well, I'm glad this didn't come out when I was young, because then people would have used guns. We didn't consider that.
Well, yeah, man. And this, so you know the game. Red light, green light. When there's a point when you stop saying red light, green light, you stop and you don't budge. Now, as a kid, you budge. Somebody says, "Hey, you're out." You go sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Here, they put a bullet in your head. They got snipers waiting to take you out. And the thing that I thought was so effective with that is that there's a point where you just have these long gaps between the gunshots.
Yeah.
Eliminated.
Dumbass got caught.
Too late now.
Blam! And, this chaos right after that, total, complete chaos. But then when people quickly get that they got to get back in the game and not move, they start playing the game. And every time they do red light, green light, and it stops, you got just a few seconds before. And I was so tensed up waiting for the next shot to ring out. It's so many things in there that they do so well with production and the ideas that they have for it too. Man, and as the games went along, like that's an easy one.
It is because with that game you can figure out the rhythm of it.
Yeah, no, that game you can get that real easy. As the games increase, the danger increases. As the games, you get more games. I think like 6 of them. As you increase to a level of another game, they get more dangerous. And listen, a shot to the head, that's but it's quick.
Yes, that's true.
A lot of people say they have this thing called the sound of thunder, which is if you get shot in the head, you don't hear it because the bullet takes you out before you even hear the gunshot.
Sure. Although we saw that one guy on the ground choking blood out, so it's like that wasn't so quick after all.
That's his fault. He should have died.
Quick clinging to life.
Yeah, exactly. You know the game. But when they got into some of the games later.
Oh, yeah. That walking on the glass.
Man, that and tug of war.
Yeah.
Whereas like you got to go against another team. And first of all, you don't want to kill anybody anyway. But it's like it's you and me. But then this is what scares me. When they put you on it's like a ride at an amusement park. They elevated you up about like 10 stories for you to fall to your death. Maybe. Man, that is up, man.
That is.
It got to a point where the games weren't even fair.
No, they weren't.
And like the game, like they were talking about, the game master he made a big deal about out there, these people, they don't get a fair chance. And here, they get a fair chance until we want to kill someone. Yeah, there's a
until
point,
we cheat.
Yeah, until you cheat. There's a point where they got to walk on glass and they pretty much got to guess which one is the tempered glass and which one is the weak glass. And when a dude actually starts to kind of figure it out, they're like, "No, I can't have that shit." They cut the lights out on his ass. It's like, man, f*** you. That's not cool. I'm going to talk about some of the characters in a little bit, but I will say if there's anything I didn't really care for in this, not care for, if there was something I saw in here where I thought like, okay, that was, I desired a little bit more out of this plot line. They had that story with the, I'm trying to find his scene right here. There it is. There he is. They had the story with the cop that infiltrates.
Yeah.
And I thought that there probably needed to be a little bit more to his story, but
from where it cuts off. Matter of fact, from where it cuts off, I don't know how much you want to go into it.
Well, you know what? If we want to go into it, let's get into spoiler territory now. Yeah. People, now we're getting into spoiler territory. If you haven't seen this and you don't want to continue, I hate to lose people, but I understand. Don't do spoiler talk then, but I understand. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's amazing, I think. But for those who have seen it and you want to stick around, of course, well, stick around.
Yeah. We follow this cop looking for his brother, and it's a pretty interesting subplot going on. It has you trying to figure it out, and then right before he discovers the identity of his brother, which I was like, I guessed it, and I ain't acting like I'm a genius. It's just like, okay, I think I know where this is going, and you find out his brother's one of the guys running things, and he shoots him, but he shoots him in the shoulder. And he falls off a cliff.
Yeah,
and we know from drama that is not dead.
No.
Yeah, especially, he falls off a cliff into the water. So it's
Oh,
like,
jeez.
yeah. Even you hear that.
He
you're
might
like,
as well have missed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But they never follow up after that. So it's that feeling of like, is this set up for a sequel, or is this going to like I thought this is going to come back later, and it doesn't. So it's just like, huh.
Yeah, there's two ways I saw this, because a lot of people had, now look, this is where we can get to one of the first theories. I was saving that for a little bit later on, but since we're talking about the cop, there's people, and rightfully so, are thinking that the cop who got shot by his brother, and by the way, I said he ain't found his brother yet. That fool behind that mask, that's his brother. We ain't gonna spend all this time him looking at his brother and leave that loose end out there.
Exactly.
I'm your brother. Okay.
Yeah, because with all the henchmen, he's like, no, don't shoot him, don't shoot him. I'm like, it's your brother.
Brother, why? So, but a lot of people are figuring that he's still alive.
Sure.
And I'm hoping not, because I don't want a season 2.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want a season 2, and I don't want them to pull some soap opera shit where he comes back, even though they set it up for that. But I saw it a couple of ways. One, he did not accomplish his mission, because this cop went to look for his brother who was in the games a while back. And so he infiltrates. And it does add a lot of suspense to the story.
Yeah.
It's a great addition to the story. But it doesn't go anywhere because he's caught and supposedly killed. But I think that shows, like, ain't nothing gonna stop these games. You come in here and try to do all the investigation you want to. You know you ain't got no signal out here. Let's go ahead and get into some of the characters. Now, here's where we get into complete spoiler talk here. Man, I really love these characters. Now, I don't think I've seen any of these actors before, so I'm probably not going to say their names. They'll probably blow up one day, though we have to. But I do know the characters' names. Seong Gi-hoon. I know I said that wrong, but I'll just call him Seong for short. But that guy right there, I love that this is, these characters, besides being enjoyable, they're written to show the nature of desperation and how flawed everyone is. And you're going to hear me play some of the dub versions. I don't always like the dub versions. I will say the dub version didn't sound so bad.
It didn't.
I'll listen to a little bit of it.
I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, it made me think, I should have gone back and watched that. It's not bad, but they mess. The characters are written to mess with your head.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, he's such a sweet guy that it makes you forget that he's a degenerate gambler and a deadbeat dad.
And a complete deadbeat dad. This guy trying to get his daughter back and forgot her birthday. Had to get another kid to use a claw machine to get her a gift out of the arcade.
Yeah.
And then when he opened up the box, he just found the box. When he opened up, the shit was a gun lighter. And the daughter's so sweet. She's like, I know your sorry ass. I'm all right, Daddy. Just go home. Go home before Mama gets here and beat your ass.
And the stepdad is trying to be cool with him, and he can't have that.
No. But he's put around it's such a crazy situation, around so many desperate people who are willing to sink lower than him. But, all of us, the thing with him is, like, we see him and we latch on to him because we know that he's probably the character that's going to make it. And unless they pull something really cool and kill his ass in the middle, and then we follow somebody else. But we like this character a lot because, first of all, that's who we want to be. We think we're going to win to the end of the game. I know my black ass going to be the one getting shot right at the beginning.
Well, also, you talk about how the other characters are desperate. He's one of the few who's not willing to go rock bottom. Like, if it comes down to him killing somebody, he's like, I really don't want to do that.
Yeah. He's the most compassionate character that we know and the one who has kept his humanity the most. But what I like about these characters is that, it constantly reminds us that, hey, look, we are all assholes and we have to be.
That's true.
That's
true. If you're not an asshole, it's probably because you've been privileged enough to not have to be one.
Yeah. Forget about him. You ain't him. Your ass be dead as disco if that shit happened. But the moment you hear those gunshots, we all turn to bitches and assholes. But even Seong is more concerned about his self-preservation, no matter how compassionate we think he is, because when his ass is put on the line, he reduces to just lying to an old man with dementia.
Odd. You said even was your guess.
Did I? Did I say that?
Oh, man, we supposed to like him, man. Why'd he pull that?
You know what? Considering his life is on the line, I couldn't hate him.
Well, plus also he thought that old man had dementia. He's like, man, he's gone. Because look, he ain't got long to live anyway. He said
exactly.
that. And with him getting dementia, one of these fools gonna shoot his ass up in here. He's gonna on one of these games. I'm just getting it done earlier than anybody else. But I did love when the old man thought, like, when he was like, you mean like when you tried to fool an old man with dementia? Huh? He's like, man, you know I was playing. Man, come on now. Man, that's your fault. They put this game together where, first of all, is everybody for themselves. Then they soon realize we better make teams to protect each other. So the game encourages them to work together. And right when they start doing that, it turns them against each other. You know, so that adds to the scariness of this, because it's not just about the games. The games are horrifying, but it's also like, man, where would I be?
Well, plus the way they set the games up, they don't tell you, they give you a choice, but don't tell you what it means.
Yep.
Like, hey, pick a shape. And you're like, oh, okay, well, this looks like a cool shape. Well, now you have to do something very difficult with that shape. And it's like, well, shit, if I picked a circle, I'd be out of this already. Well,
yeah.
And then with this one, it's like, pick a partner. All right, me and you going to team up.
My wife and me are going to team up.
Yeah, we're going to team up. Oh, no, you have to play against each other.
Yeah, it's completely messed up. Yeah, because they had a husband and wife team, and they're like, oh, baby, we got this. And then when they said, all right, play marbles, and it's you and your partner against each other, that dude looked at her immediately like, I'm about to kill this bitch. I love her, but she's going to have to go.
He was so sad.
It's a very sad situation, man. They have these people who just get together, and because they thought in the beginning that, hey, we got this.
Yeah.
And some people are willing to, what I liked about it, some people are willing to sacrifice themselves for the other person. You know, there's a lot of, you really do get these, it's the glimpses of compassion and humanity and sacrifice that really, really breaks your heart watching this. Some of these villains were cartoons, and I thought that was needed in something this tense. Han, that woman.
Oh, the horny lady?
Yeah, the one that looked like a little.
She was too much.
The one that looked like a little Asian chihuahua?
Yeah. Most of the time she was too much, but toward the end I started to like her.
What I like about her is that she provided some comedy in here. But, you know, because I was very tense through this, and I was like, all right, you know what? Even when they're going around killing people in the middle of this, I thought that she relieved the tension at the right moments.
212번 특구번 성공.
See, I wanted to play it for a little bit longer. So when, you know, even there, they were playing that comedic ass music and going around shooting people, and that shit was tense to me, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
I could not take it. That's why I was glad to have. No, she was a little over the top, but I was like, man, I need her at this moment. I did like the reason why I didn't mind them being I did not mind them being over the top is because it was kind of a distraction for when the real villain came up. That character of the educated guy, Chi Sang-woo.
Oh, yeah.
That guy ended up being like very compassionate, very giving. Mm-hmm. He made friends with that character, Ali.
Yeah, did him a real solid.
At the beginning of the series, you see him giving him ramen, pay for a bus ride for him home. Mm-hmm. When they became a team, you know, they were always working together, but it got down to that point where he, and I saw it coming. I was really,
Yeah, I know, Ali. You're in this situation because you're too trusting.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah, and they got it, man. That was probably the most heartbreaking scene to me because Ali, when Chi Sang-woo left, Ali was just like a puppy. Just lost. Like those animals get dropped off in the woods and they don't know where their owners are anymore. He was just yelling for him. And my man, there was a game of marbles. He said, hey, you know what? I'll find a way out of this to where they won't kill us. Go find some of the team members. We'll join with them. We all hold together. They can't kill us.
Yeah, because Ali had beat him dead to rights.
Oh, he beat him. Yeah, he got him and said, how the fuck you doing this?
You're cheating.
I'm sorry. I tell you what, go find some other people. We'll get through this. He sit his ass off with the marbles around his neck. He says, hey, man, just protect these, make sure you got these so the guards can't hurt you and everybody else. And when he got back, he found out he had rocks.
Yeah.
And Sang-woo took all his marbles and won the game.
상우 형, 나 보고 왔어요.
Mother. You, man, I was so mad at that dude.
Sure.
Cold-blooded. There's a theory that since you didn't see Ali actually get shot, boy,
I don't know, man. I think with Ali, it was just too sad to show.
let me just say that there are theories out there, and this people just reaching, man. let me go, because Ollie's one of these theories, right? People just reaching, man. Y'all arms made out of rubber. How hard y'all reaching for things, man?
Plastic Man.
Yeah, Plastic Man, Mr. Fantastic shit. Y'all stretching them arms to impossible lengths for some of these theories that y'all got. I love theories, man, but not when they dumb, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just telling y'all, man, because some of y'all, I get it. First of all, because some of these, this is such a depressing show sometimes. You know, they do things that really just rip people's hearts out, and y'all don't want that. So y'all see certain things, like I said at the beginning, they show you things. They give you proof. This is what happened, and y'all still like, nah, man. No, that ain't what happened. It's
Not
like
according to me.
No, I didn't see it. What you mean? He's right. All right. There's people. Let's start with the theory that we're talking about with Ali. People are so heartbroken about Ali being murdered, being shot in the head. Because we did not see him get shot. People are like, he ain't dead.
Oh.
Somebody even wrote an article. Come at me if you think I'm lying. Ali ain't dead. I'll unfriend your ass. You tell me Ali's dead. And it's like, man, they showed you the body.
Yeah, Ali's dead as a motherfucker.
Yeah, Ali, they put Ali in a box with a bullet hole in his head and put the camera right above his body saying, see? Look at that shit right there, man.
I guess it's open to interpretation.
Yeah,
No. He a jelly sandwich exploded in his hand, and now they're doing a favor, shipping him to his family.
Yeah.
As a present.
There you go.
All expenses paid.
There you go. Y'all, Ali is dead. All right?
They're really
But it hurt me. It hurt me when he died. I don't want to accept it, but the mother gone. All right? He was gone the moment they put the lid on that box right there. He's burned.
There are really people who saw that and they're like, yeah, he's still alive.
He's still alive. They barbecued his ass. There's Ali ashes all over that grill over there. There's no more Ali, all right? Y'all get over it. Yeah. But they don't want it.
They don't want to accept it.
See, that's what's wrong with theories. When people when people actually have a theory where it poses a possibility,
sure,
it's like, cool, let's have some fun. But when y'all look at something and it says, hey, look at that, they showed you he's dead.
No, it's denial.
He's dead. No, I don't think so. You know, that's what gets me. That shit it makes me mad.
But what if I had my theory before they showed his body?
Yeah.
But you know what? That's fine. If you didn't see his body be put in a goddamn box and carted off to a furnace, that's cool. Because I'm here to tell you that he's dead.
What did they think happened? They think they missed him? Like,
there's a bullet hole in here beneath his eye.
Yeah.
Because
man, that's where his pimple popped. That ain't no that ain't no bullet hole.
I think they wanted to show you the reaction of the guy that got him killed, more so than him getting killed, right?
Yeah.
But that was that was the point.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah, right.
To show that he knew what he did was wrong.
Exactly.
It's like he was shook by what he did, but he still did. He's willing to go there.
That's the more compelling part of the scene.
Yeah, because Ollie's over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ollie's dead.
They did. God damn, people, this is what's wrong. Every time, just because you don't see something does not open it up to interpretation. Doesn't open up to theory. Just because you didn't see something, people, there is something in cinema that is called emotional resonance.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Huh?
Apparently, I don't know, but apparently it's dead Ollie, man. Here's another dumbass theory. It's out there. There's another dumbass theory talking about, they say that that the old man is Seong's father. Seong is the one that won the game.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Come on. There's no reason to think that.
It's none.
There is nothing leading to that.
Look, I know. That's what I'm saying. Man, these man, if y'all don't see something, y'all just got to start putting stupid shit together. And their theory is, and get this. Well, let me see if I can find this fool. They say the theory is, well, you never did see Seong's daddy. so he out there. I don't see why it can't be the old man. It's like, really, that is your reasoning?
With his dying breath, the old man told us exactly what he was all about.
Yes, he did. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I do.
Theories.
y'all, does everything got to be a Star Wars moment?
This is what has conditioned everyone.
And listen, I love the twist with the old man because I liked certain things that they did with that. It made me go back and watch earlier scenes with the old man. Like, it's far-fetched that this old man was, he was if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, he was the mastermind behind the whole game.
No, well, I don't know.
Him and some friends.
Yeah, him and some friends, yeah. But it was one of those things where I bought into it up until that night they had the riot. And then somehow he ended up on the bleachers and didn't get killed and all that. And that's when I started to go like, wonder what's up with this old man. How you get up there?
See, I just bought it. I just bought it like, all right, because they're already doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was being crazy. So I was like, well, maybe not. But when we got to the Marbles episode, I was like, I think I know what's up with him.
Well, you didn't see him get shot for one.
Yeah.
And then it made me go back and watch like, oh yeah, he was really enjoying these games.
Mm-hmm.
Red light.
And I do like that he was willing to. Now, here's a theory that I think makes sense. He was willing to die for the game.
Yeah, he wanted to get in there and enjoy it.
Now, the tug of the like there was some games where like the marbles game, he could opt out of that. His life is safe. And the and even the red light, green light.
Well, he knew.
He knew that one very well.
He was the first one to take off.
Yeah, he was exactly. The tug of war, I thought like, all right, that's the one where he's really putting his life on the line because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I thought like he created the games because he was bored and he felt like people who don't have enough money and people who have too much money, their lives mean nothing. And so he put his money where his mouth is.
He was like, man, after all these years of watching this game, I want to get in and play.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dying anyway, so.
Yep. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought, it was cool that the twist was this old guy who was so benign looking ended up being a pretty sinister guy.
Yeah, right?
A sadistic.
Right.
McCall Harrison. Hi, Double Toasted, longtime fan. Keep up the good work. One thing the show doesn't point out, but can be seen in repeat viewings, is the old man was never in any danger in the tug of war game. Oh.
Really?
Okay. I'll take that. They show that the participants are chained to the rope during the game, which leads to their deaths. However, if you look at the old man's hands in that game, he's the only person who isn't chained to the rope.
Oh.
So if his team did lose,
he was just going to let go.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I've been in on it the whole time. I ain't dying over this.
That's out of the bag at that point.
Later, suckers.
Yeah.
So that's a theory that I thought was cool. But this whole thing to find this is what the theory says, that this old man built the game so he could find his son.
I'm done.
Y'all get the out of here. As Martin said, his old ass told everyone with his dying breath, I was bored.
Yes.
Living is no fun for either of them.
He's dying as he's speaking, and he's having to take these deep breaths and long pauses, and then you're on your edge of your seat like, man, you better not die before you give me this answer.
The reason why was...
A billionaire who could easily find his bum ass son. You mean to tell me that he built a whole James Bond villain island?
Hired all these people.
Hired all these people. to play these deadly ass games just so one day he say, "My boy." Get the are you stupid? This is why I don't like this. Like, I'm not trying to come at you wrong, but that's stupid.
Yeah.
Ollie's dead, and that's stupid.
Yeah.
That ain't his son. There is a theory that I thought it's not a bad idea, but here's why I think is wrong. They chose people because whether they would be players or whether they would be guards. They say they're chosen the moment they play the game with the guy in the subway for the first time.
Hey, I know you're only doing your job, but I really don't have time to sit here.
So you got a red card and a blue card. He's like, oh, I think you got time. And the people say, like, if you pick the blue card, you know, you saw all the people wearing blue suits, they're players. If you pick the red card, you're guard. The flaw I see in that is that all those guards are bloodthirsty people, man.
Yeah.
There's another theory that I agree with that says that they are convicts buying time.
Okay.
Are there murderers on the lam? Are people hiding out? These are complete sociopaths that they hired.
I could believe that with the guards, but the guards also had a whole thing of like, look, either you're going to kill people when it's time, or we're going to shoot you.
Yeah. So you think maybe they could probably choose a red card and be?
Nah,
I don't think that.
Go with that either.
No, I think
Not
that
at
these
all.
are criminals.
Yeah.
And
They didn't seem to even have the same temperament as the players.
No, exactly. No, we're in agreement on that. That I completely agree with.
Plus, yeah, they unmasked one of the guards, and he was young. He's like 18.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Here's another one that I don't agree with. I don't think it's not a bad guess, but I don't think it's true. You know, the VIPs, those billionaires that come in just to watch the games.
Oh, what a shame.
You know, they're saying that they were old players. It's like, why do we need that?
No.
People, why y'all looking for shit that don't need to be there? Can't they just be billionaire assholes?
I mean, I don't know how it is in the subtitle version, but in the dubbed, all those guys are clearly American.
They're all American. Well, there's another theory that says they might have games around the world and they came from it. But people, why are you looking for shit that don't complicate things?
It doesn't.
These are just billionaire assholes, man.
That's it.
I was about to say, I thought you were about to show that ass right there. He tells him, like, if you please me, I'll let you go. You don't need these to be players. These are guys, especially when he's about to rape the policeman. Mm-hmm. These are guys who are used to having their way.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not somebody desperate who just won a bunch of money. These are people who have money all the time.
Yeah. You know what these people, if they were players who just won money and they were desperate before, you know what they'd be like? They'd be like those assholes who win the lottery and spend it on a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
And this is not going to be anything long. It's just something that I do agree with, because I do think it's interesting that later on it's revealed that the master of the game, not only being the brother of the policeman, but he also was a player at one time. When they're going through his records, they found out he was a player. There's people who believe, like, you know, maybe he was forced to stay there.
Oh.
Maybe he tried to get to the bottom of it. Maybe tried to expose it, and they threatened his family. They are something they're holding over him. So he's there to just do the cycle of the game over and over and over again.
Okay, that's plausible, because seeing how the guards are, you know, they have no compunction against killing, but they also are there against their will. Like, they're there by duress as well.
Yeah. No, I ended that with that because now that is plausible.
Sure.
They don't show you anything to reveal that, but they put little clues out there, and it's fun to think about. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But ain't nobody reaching 5 feet for some shit that don't exist.
Yeah.
I do like the way that the show made me have sympathy for, like, the villains when they got taken down. You can see in the show how they do it. When they got taken down, I'm like, fine, cool, I don't give a f with them. But what's his name? Shang Wu, right there. Whenever they got to him, man, what's his name? This dude, Chi Shang Wu. And they got to him and his conclusion where, because right to the end, I was like, wow, I love it that they took the guy and made him the true villain when you didn't see it coming. But when he killed the girl, when there was the last 3 of them left, and he killed the girl and he was standing over her, I love the conflicting emotions that I had, because one, I like, all right, I expected him to do some shit like that, and he did not disappoint, and I hated him for that.
Yeah.
But then he made a good point, because
he did make a good point.
If you remember in the show, there's a girl, young girl, and she's one of the last contestants, and she is bleeding to death.
Yeah, they blow up all that glass.
Yeah, they blew up all that glass, and she's bleeding to death, and she's just kind of like, and he was like, she was gonna die.
Yeah, I gave her a quick death.
I gave her a quick death, man. I was like, damn, you make a.
I
Can't argue with that.
I know.
Glass gets caught in her abdomen, and she bleeds out. But he stabs her, and he's like, hey, she was gonna go anyway. I was like, man, you got a point, but I want to see your ass.
But you
go
didn't
ahead
have to do that.
You didn't have to do that. But by the end, when he stabbed himself in the neck, I was like, okay, so that really delivers the overall message of everything that we got here, which is, you know, all these people, they're in a situation where it could be any one of us who was doing this. That, you know, their compassion was just put in a tough situation, and I felt bad for the guy when he stabbed himself in the neck at the end.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I felt like, well,
Kinda,
you know,
kinda.
well, like, cause I did. Maybe I'm sick. I felt bad for him.
Nothing against you. It's just that I was nervous that he was going to do something else. And I was
Oh,
like,
really?
I was like, don't you let this happen.
You wanted justice for Ollie.
Did you think he was gonna stab?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because they were around, and I was like,
that did cross my mind too, and I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. But by the way, if you want to know what I give the show, full price. Loved it. Loved this show. I'm sure if you guys are sticking around and listening to this, I'm sure you loved it too. Hey everyone, I'm sure you heard by now, Double Toasted is heading out on tour, bringing you a night of comedy, games, and some interaction with the audience out there. Get tickets by going over to doubletoasted.com or going over to X1 Entertainment. Hey, we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.